Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are diving into what is honestly one of the most spectacular, just mind-boggling tech failures of the last decade. And the craziest part? According to sources like Bloomberg and MIT's 2026 NANDA project, this massive crash perfectly mirrors the absolute biggest blind spot in artificial intelligence product management today. We're talking about a disaster that holds the exact key to why so many modern AI projects are completely tanking. $120 million. Yep, you heard that right. According to data from Crunchbase and Google Ventures, that is the fortune raised and ultimately entirely lost. Why? Because some of the smartest, most sophisticated investors in Silicon Valley completely skipped a zero-cost evaluation, a test that literally takes just 5 minutes to do. It all goes back to an infamous April 2017 Bloomberg report by Olivia Zaleski and Ellen Hewitt. They got their hands on a produce pack meant for this incredibly hyped-up, premium $400 juicer called Juicero. But here's the kicker. Instead of actually using the machine, they just took the bag and squeezed it into a glass with their bare hands. The result? They got the exact same amount of juice in roughly the same amount of time. Oh, and surprise, surprise, human hands don't require a Wi-Fi connection. It took absolutely zero technical expertise for the public to instantly see that their own two hands could do exactly what this massive, over-engineered machine did. I mean, the stakes for feature validation literally couldn't be higher here. When you look at the timeline sourced from TechCrunch and The Verge, it's just staggering. Juicero was founded in 2013 and launched with massive fanfare in 2016. But from the exact moment that Bloomberg's story went viral in April 2017, it took only 5 months for a total company shutdown. Just 18 months from launch to total collapse. It's a huge wake-up call. If you don't validate your core features against reality, your entire product can evaporate overnight. Section 1. The wrong comparison. Source: Product Validation Analysis. Okay, let's dive into this, because this right here is the foundational product management failure at the very heart of the Juicero disaster. The product team validated their shiny, complex new machine against traditional, messy, cold-pressed juicers. And sure, compared to those, Juicero looked amazing. No messy cleanup, no chopping vegetables, you know the drill. But that was entirely the wrong benchmark. They completely ignored the zero-cost, zero-tech reality, bare hands. They just assumed this high-complexity hardware was totally necessary without ever actually testing if a normal human could just do it themselves. Section 2. The forensic evidence, sourcing from Bloomberg, Snopes, The Verge, and Fortune. Now we're going to look at the autopsy of this failure and really dissect the 4 distinct ways the product team missed the glaringly obvious. Breaking down this forensic table row by row, compiled from media coverage between April and September 2017, really shows how missing a simple alternative compounds into a fatal business error. Point 1 from Bloomberg, that manual test required zero expertise and took 5 minutes, and it was available from day 1. Point 2, backed by Snopes and TechCrunch. At $400, the hardware lacked any irreplaceable function. It literally didn't do anything you couldn't do yourself for free. Point 3, via The Verge, the mandated Wi-Fi lock-in just created a massive, unnecessary failure point with zero added user value. And point 4, from Fortune, despite $120 million in due diligence, sophisticated investors entirely missed the simplest competing alternative. Sourced from consumer analysis compilations, this all boils down to one golden rule. At $400, hardware absolutely must provide irreplaceable functional value, capabilities well beyond manual reach. Basically, when you charge a premium or build complex tech, the user must inherently gain a superpower they didn't already have for free. If your flashy new hardware doesn't give them that, it simply cannot justify its existence in the market. Section 3, the 2026 AI Parallel, sourced from MIT Project NANDA and Gartner. Now, what's really interesting about this is that this 2017 juice failure, it is exactly what's killing modern AI projects today. Look at this staggering statistic from MIT's Project NANDA. In 2026, 95% of AI initiatives are failing to reach production scale. Let that gravity really sink in for a moment. 95%. And the crazy thing, the failure pattern here isn't that the AI models aren't capable enough. No, it is exactly the Juicero problem happening all over again. Adding to that, a January 2026 Gartner forecast projects that 40% of all agentic AI projects will be completely canceled by 2027. This proves that the problem isn't just widespread, it's a deeply systemic failure in how we evaluate agentic AI. Organizations are just blindly deploying these agents because the tech is cool and available, not because they've actually validated its true value. We actually have a clear name for this core disease infecting modern product management. According to the 4Workflows 2026 Enterprise Agent Failure Analysis, it's called feature justification failure. This is when a team deploys a technology like a complex AI agent simply because it's available, rather than validating it against the absolute simplest, non-technical alternative. Teams are just assuming justification instead of gathering hard evidence. They're failing to ask, is this AI actually better than what the user would just do without it? And this brilliantly illustrates how modern AI is completely failing the zero-tech alternative test today. Based on data from the RAND Corporation in 2024 and 4Workflows in 2026, think about these real-world examples. An AI summary that takes you longer to verify for hallucinations than just reading the original text yourself? Fails the test. An AI assistant that needs so much precise prompting that it would just be faster to do the task directly? Fails the test. These AI agents generating plausible outputs that then require intense human review? They are the modern million-dollar Juicero machines. Section 4, the Hand Squeeze Framework, sourced from AIPM Best Practices 2026. This brings us to the structural fix, because product managers are the exact people equipped to save their organizations from making a $120 million mistake. Based on 2026 PM frameworks, this is the concrete framework PMs must forcefully add to their sprints to evaluate true AI value delivery. Step 1. When you enter sprint planning, hit pause and really scrutinize the proposed AI feature. Step 2. Add a specific, simplest alternative validation directly to your acceptance criteria. Make it mandatory. Step 3. Demand actual evidence of user behavior over assumed preferences. Prove that the user actually wants an AI to do this. And Step 4. Validate the agent's authority and output against a human's manual capability. Engineers optimize for capability, right? But PMs, we must ruthlessly optimize for value. So I want to end this explainer with a final, provocative question from the Juicero test framework for you to take back to your teams. What does this AI do that the user cannot do without it? Your AI roadmap might have some incredible, mind-blowing technology, but always remember, the hand squeeze test is completely free. Run it yourself today before the market inevitably runs it for you. Thanks for joining us on this explainer, and we will catch you next time.